um, because I want to learn more about the experience that you've had with your team, right? How did your team react when they now had this new tool where they can strategically comb through their database to find people who actually have the capacity to buy luxury homes? How did their follow-up or prospecting change? I feel like this data would really result in people being more motivated.
So, I mean, that's a good question. And you know, the thing is being able to use networking networks and being able to see how you're connected to anyone on your team's connections really allows you to leverage. This is the whole point of having a team anyways, is you leverage these relationships to be able to get, you know, more clients and be able to qualify and actually gain them as new business. So I would say there's a bunch of different ways that we're leveraging it as a team. I mean, one of them is just imagine this, you know, in the past when we went to sell homes, we knew that we love to get, you know, every person who works for this company in this town, and we'd go through these company intranets. But, you know, over time, the intranets were closed off. But if we have all this information, we can actually use this to our advantage. And, you know, again, you need to be sensitive to how you're using this data. But this data is so valuable in the sense that I can tell you right now in, you know, let's say a part of one zip code of West San Jose with good, really well-known schools, I can tell you every person at Netflix who's there, who's at a certain level, and I can reach out to those people. And some of them are already in my database. I can use those relationships to reach out to them. Some of the others we're actually slowly, you know, dripping them or nurturing them until and then we can use these relationships to actually capture them. So again, I think it's the combination of money in motion, prospect builder, and the networking networks. Each one of those has a different capacity, but putting all these together, you know, it allows you to get a better story of who who you need to target, and also finding out new targeting campaigns, new ways that you didn't even think about. You know, again, really, you know, this data is most helpful in the sense that you better know who you're working with, even if it's someone that you actually, you know, met in the past but didn't really get to know, and you really now want to actually reach out to them and say, hey, just wanted to check in. I know, you know, you were using an agent before, but I found a property that might be perfect. And they're like, well, what? That's great. You called me. It's like, I just was looking at houses. I need to get into a kindergarten, you know, get my daughter into a kindergarten. So it's like, oh, wow, that's like, how did that happen? Like that happened through Identified. That's how it happened.